A very good morning to all of you. We are continuing our discussion on the Gupta Empire. In our last few classes, we have discussed about certain points like art and architecture, literature during the Gupta age, and their economic system, their administrative system. Mainly, we tried to focus on the points which prove that the Gupta Empire was the golden age of ancient India. Now, today we will focus on another point which will prove that yes, historians are totally correct as they declare the Gupta age as the golden age of Indian ancient time. Today we are going to discuss about science and technology in the Gupta Empire and their development under the Gupta rulers. If we start talking about the science and technological studies during the Gupta age, first of all, we need to take the name of Aryabhatta, the famous mathematician and astronomer who was present in the court of Chandragupta II or Vikramaditya, who was the prominent member among all the Navaratnas who were present in the court of Chandragupta II or Vikramaditya. It is said that Aryabhatta was the first scientist or the scholar who declared that the earth is a sphere and it rotates on its own axis. Along with that, he was the first person who calculated the length of a solar year. Along with that, he was the first scholar who declared the exact cause behind the eclipse, how the shadow of earth on moon creates eclipse. He explained all these scientific situations with proper explanations in his writings. Not only this, during the Gupta age, the study of mathematics also developed. India invented the number system and it developed during the Gupta age. Zero was invented by Aryabhatta along with the decimal system also, and it is said that from India the Arab traders took these studies or use of zero and decimal system. From these Arab traders, it started to spread in European countries and they also started to use zero as number for the calculation and the decimal systems. Along with this, it is said that the Indian scholars, they invented or they calculated the value of pi. Specifically, Aryabhatta calculated this properly. Still, this calculation we use in mathematics for better understanding when we use pi as a fictional number in maths. So you can understand during the rule of Gupta rulers, especially Chandragupta II or Vikramaditya, under him there were many prominent scholars who were present in his court, and among them most important was Aryabhatta, who is credited with lot of scientific calculations for the first time and inventions also, like the exact calculation of solar year, the shape of earth and its axis and its rotation, along with the exact cause behind the eclipse. And in mathematical sphere, he invented zero for the better calculation, And the Indian scholars or mathematicians who were present at that time, they started using decimal systems for the first time. Along with Aryabhatta calculated the pi. The exact causes behind all these scientific events and the natural events were explained and written in detail by Aryabhatta in his texts, and other mathematicians also they discuss this. Along with these mathematical and astronomical development, during the rule of Gupta rulers, the medicinal studies also developed, and it developed as a unique field from other scientific studies. If we take these names, we have to take two names: one, the great Charaka, and one, the great Sushruta. Charaka is considered as the father of medicine, who composed Ayurveda and explained each and every disease which he could recover with the help of herbs, natural herbs, plants which we could find from nature. He explained each and every point very clearly. Still now, Ayurveda is in practice, and it is said that the development of Ayurveda helped in the future development of the medical science and studies. Still now, the books written by Charaka on medicine are very important in this modern era also. So you can understand easily that how developed studies they did at that time during the ancient time. And Sushruta is credited with about the study on surgery, and it is said that the first surgeries took place under the guidance of Sushruta. He was the other prominent physician during that time. Sushruta Samhita is a core text for medicinal studies and the surgical studies, and under Sushruta there were prominent surgeons who applied different type of surgeries on human body during that time. So you can understand how developed their studies were and how they help this civilization for the proper development. Along with this study on medicine, the study of metallurgy means when we study about different metals, that is called metallurgy. The study of metals also became popular during the Gupta rule, and the example we can find in Delhi, Mehrali, Delhi. An iron pillar you can find with the adjacent area of Qutub Minar. This iron pillar has a specific feature. It doesn't get or catch rust with the changing weathers. No, it doesn't catch. It is a specific and unique creation which was created during the Gupta rule. So you can understand the study of metals also developed during that time. So study of astronomy, study of mathematics, study of medicine, study of metallurgy in different fields of science, the scholars developed their thinkings, their explanations under the Gupta rule. So you can understand the Gupta rulers, they were very focused on these scientific studies, and they helped these scholars by giving them proper facilities to develop these scientific studies. Now, when we are talking about the studies, we must focus on the first international university of India, which is called Nalanda University, which is situated in Bihar. The ruins you can find as you are seeing on the picture also. Here you can see this. Now you need to understand that now also you can find one Nalanda University in Bihar. This is modern university, but we are not talking about that modern university. We are talking about the ancient university, which ruins you can find in Nalanda district, Bihar. It was the first international university and which started to develop during the Gupta rule, but it became famous after the Guptas during the rule of Harshavardhana. Though it started to develop during the Gupta rule, and it was a center of Buddhist studies, but I already told it was the international university. So from students from all over the world came here. They could enter here after passing the entrance exam, and it was totally hostelite system. Students had to stay in hostels and they had to take their lessons from their teachers by staying in the university only. Students were given facilities, all kinds of facilities, free of cost, and different kinds of subjects were taught by the scholars. Mainly these teachers were Buddhist scholars, but there was no biasness for the religion in this university. As the Guptas followed the secular policy, you know that in our art and architecture we have seen that Guptas patronized the Buddhist art, and that's why they created Buddha statue, Mahavira statue. So in subjects also there were variety of subjects which were taught in Nalanda University, which had no direct connection with the religions. For the knowledge only they taught these subjects like astronomy, philosophy, Sanskrit, mathematics, yogas, Vedas. These were the main subjects. Along with this, logic was also taught there, and science was also taught there. We already talked about the scientific growth and development during the Guptas. You can understand science was also the main subject under the Guptas. So the first international university of India, which started to develop under the Gupta rules, became famous in all over the world. In different scholars from different countries, they have mentioned about this university. So you can understand easily the growth of scientific studies, the growth of technical studies took the peak or the zenith or touched the high during the Gupta rule, and that's why Gupta rule is considered as the golden age. And we also understand that the Gupta rulers were so prominent, and that is why the stability in the political situation, in the social situation, it helped in the growth of the Gupta Empire, and which ultimately became a golden era of Indian ancient history.